What was your first team in your career?
First team I ever played for in my career was... Are we talking professionally or Sunday League or...?
We'll do both.
Littleton was the team that I first ever went and joined when I was about 5 or 6. First proper team was Southampton.
What is the toughest team you've had to come up against?
There'd be a couple for different reasons. Frankfurt at home in the Conference League last year was tough. And then Chelsea in the FA Cup at Stamford Bridge, we got beat 4-0. That was probably the busiest 60 minutes of football I think I've had.
What was the toughest thing for you when having your illness at Hull?
The toughest thing was probably having to tell family. It wasn't hard. It wasn't easy going back and telling mum and dad and sisters and everyone that what I'd been diagnosed with, but ultimately they're the ones that helped me through it.
Yeah, leading on to that, what helps you cope with your illness?
Yeah, family and friends were a massive part of that. I think having the end goal of knowing that I want to get back playing football after the doctors gave me the all clear that I had a goal to achieve. So yeah, that and a mixture of family and friends was a massive help.
How supportive were Hull in this case?
Massive. Obviously, if it weren't for the physios and the doctors at Hull at the time, I might not be sat here today. They were very good and very helpful at getting diagnosed and checked early and stuff. And like I say, if it weren't for their positive, no, not so much positive thinking, but their quick thinking, and then yeah, like I said, I might not be sat here today. So.
Moving on to football, what was it like playing for England under 19?
Under 19?
Yeah.
A massive achievement. I think at any level when you're putting on your country's shirt is a massive achievement. We had some really good players in the team at the time, so it's a proud moment for myself.
How was it like scoring your goal for Exeter?
My first goal for Exeter was good. It was good. It just happened to fall on Cheltenham week, so it made my celebration a little bit easier. Shame we didn't score the volley the week before, but no, it was good to get off the mark and help the team to a more comfortable win. Obviously, it's not always nice being 1-0 up because anything can happen. So when it went 2-0, I think it probably settled the team down and we become more comfortable.
So moving away from football, how did your charity come about?
Probably 3 or 4 days after my first operation. I had 10 days in hospital, and I remember sitting there and thinking that I just want to help more people going through what I was going through at that moment in time. So made a few phone calls while I was sat in a hospital bed and said that I really would like to set up my own charity, my own foundation to help people with bowel cancer, and that's where the idea stemmed from. There's still loads of work to be done now, even 5 years down the line or 4 years down the line since the charity started up, but it's all going in the right direction.
Why did you want to start the charity?
Ultimately to help people. I was 26 at the time, so help people under the age of 30 that were going through similar to what I was going through, whether it was a positive outcome or a negative outcome. I just wanted to help, and that's where the idea stemmed from.
What type of things does your charity do for other people?
We offer support. We raise funds to help local communities, the local hospitals and stuff going through people going through treatment. I say under 30s, that's just because I was under 30 at the time, but we help all ages. So it's a massive achievement for myself to say that I can help so many different people.